guys, we are taking you around on the ship cruise on the Jungle Queen. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be like 90 minutes of content, detailing, informations of boats, all the waterfront houses right on uh, the ocean side, the owners, the wharves, the buildings, and the history behind everyone. It's going to be very lovely. So, Clash. What?
If you haven't met Taylor yet, I'd like to recommend you because the more trips you take to see her, the better I get. All right? Well, do take a look on your right hand side at that tower with all the bleacher seating surrounding it right there. Now, that right there is the Swimming and Diving Hall of Fame that we have here in Fort Lauderdale. That is the second tallest diving tower in the world. Okay? Number one is in China. It is 1 foot taller than this one right here. All right. Now, if you're wondering just how tall it is, that very tippy top platform down to the pool is a 33-meter dive. All right. When we get out here all the time, we get Olympic high divers, but truth be told, there is no Olympic high dive that requires you to be that high. All right. We get the Red Bull cliff divers at least once a month to come out here and practice. Now, rumor has it, I don't know how true this is, supposedly for the next Summer Olympics, they're going to be trying to add cliff diving in as an Olympic sport. Now, you heard Captain Ray hit the horn 3 times in boat language. So we're turning around right here. Tour is over. We're going back to the dock. No, I'm kidding. All right. Now, over here to the right hand side, this is Las Olas Boulevard Bridge. Now, this is a gateway into downtown Fort Lauderdale. Now, a couple of things about Las Olas here. I like to call this our Rodeo Drive, right? This is your fancy shops, your fancy restaurants, your fancy everything. Even if you don't have big pockets, take a trip down Las Olas anyway. All right, you can find a park bench, sit there for 2 hours, and be fully occupied. Just keep watching, okay? I can guarantee you that. Now, as we spin around right here, I want to go back to the left for just a moment, all right? We passed by all these beautiful yachts. I didn't say a single thing about any of these yachts, all right? Now, Fort Lauderdale is known as the yachting capital of the world. Now, that's not just something fun that I like to say on my tour, okay? That is a real statistic. Fort Lauderdale as a city has more yachts per capita than any other city in the world. Now, as we were cruising through here, you might have noticed that the marina was looking suspiciously empty. The secret, June 1st. Every single year marks the start of hurricane season in Fort Lauderdale. That goes all the way through the end of December and early January. All right. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm the owner of a $50 million yacht, I'm going to have it anywhere in the world except for South Florida during hurricane season. All right. Now, a couple of other things right here. This marina that we just passed is also home to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Okay. Now, the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show is the largest boat show in the world. Okay? We got a couple divers going off too there. Woo! Maybe one more. Woo! Oh man, when you get to see people going off that top platform, it's absolutely unbelievable. Now, is there an elevator? It's a good question. I actually don't know. It might be stairs all the way up to the top. I don't know if it's an elevator. Now, over here on the left-hand side, that is the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Okay, if you can plan a trip around it, I can't recommend it enough. The boat show happens late October, okay? They fill up every single spot that you see in the marina, and they also bring in 14 miles of floating dock space. They take up all this water right here just to accommodate all the yachts that come into town. Now, I've been going every year since I was a kid. The highest price tag I've ever seen at the boat show was $615 million for a yacht. All right. Now, if you're looking to buy a boat or buy a yacht, that is absolutely the place for you. Now, I go every single year and I do the same thing every single year. I spend about 6.5 hours walking the entire boat show and I buy myself a $2 keychain. Okay. I do the same thing every year. Now, back over to the right hand side, we're passing this beautiful neighborhood. I want to show you one of these houses in particular. So take a look up on your right hand side. There's going to be a 3-story house, curved staircases, and the multicolor orange roof. Okay. Now, this house right here is known as the Papillon House. It's a French word. Anyone know what papillon means? Butterfly, absolutely. This is the butterfly house. Now, it doesn't look like much from the front. Look at it from up above, and it is shaped like a butterfly. Pretty neat, right? Now, to give you a hint, those staircases, those are the antennas. If that helps you picture it any better. Now, this house, look closely, it goes to extreme property limits. What that means, no front yard, no backyard, no side yard. Now, if that's my house, I got a couple of questions, right? Like, where do you park the cars? Well, the first floor of that home was a 10-car garage with room for 2 stretch limousines. That's my problem. I can't park my second stretch limit. Okay. Now here's the deal. There's no backyard, but you can't have a mansion in South Florida without a pool, right? That house has a pool, but where'd they put it? Up on the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a rooftop pool and jacuzzi. Has everything. All right. The only thing those people are missing is tampons. Okay. Now, keeping it going here, folks. I just want to let you in on a little fact here that every house that we have passed so far is worth less than all the other ones you are going to see today. How could that be? These houses are water view, not waterfront. Okay. Sounds really minor, and it is. Water view has a street separating their homes from the yachts and the water on the other side. Waterfront, your backyard is the water. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, that could be $4 million worth of difference in your property value. Unbelievable. Now, coming up on the right hand side, this is the first of our waterfront properties. All right. Now, this white house here with the black and white striped awnings, before I tell you who this is, just out of curiosity, does anybody live down here? Any locals at all? All right, take a wild guess. All right. This guy's commercial played every 3 minutes back in the 90s. It's a popular jingle if you need a car, truck, or van. Who you gonna call? Who said Ghostbusters? I heard all of you. Ghostbusters. That is Mom Rooney, to be fair, right? Now, Rooney made all of his money buying and selling used cars. Okay, back then, Rooney was the biggest chain of used car lots in the state of Florida. Now, hear me out. I don't really like the guy. Okay, this one is kind of personal for me because growing up, my mom was like, Monica, go to school, get good grades, do anything with your life. Just don't be a used car salesman. Okay. I went to school, I got my degree. I said, hey, Mom, I'm a captain of the Jungle Queen showing people the used car salesman's house. All right. No shame in that. Now, to your left hand side, I got this pink, kind of almost orange colored house with a multicolor orange roof. All right. This right here, let me get a quick show of hands. Anyone on the boat with me have a membership to LA Fitness. You wonderful, you sir. Listen, you too help buy that house on the left hand side. I'm the CEO of LA Fitness. All right. Now, despite all the crazy stuff I say today, if you take home anything from my tour, take home one good idea. All right, one good idea. Take a look at the sky on the right hand side. White house, brown columns, brown roof. His name is Jim Dinkin. And he had one really good idea. That would be the founder of Honey Baked Ham. That's the only business this guy ever started. Okay. It's a $27.6 million house off a sliced ham. Okay. If that guy can do it, then anybody can. Now, over here, folks, I want to show you all of these red and green things that are sticking up out of the water. Now, driving this boat, we have a choice to make, all right? We can make a right, we can make a left, we can't go down the middle. I'll explain that in just a moment. Now, to the right, that'll take us downtown. What about this Would be in Bayside Marketplace, Miami. Okay, let's go. You go south for another 4 hours. We'd be in Key West. Okay, go south from there another couple hours. We'd be in Cuba. We land in Cuba. We'd be in shale. Absolutely. So, jokes aside, we're going to go downtown. Now, I said right, I said left. I said that we can't go down the middle. Not just us. We're too big to go down the middle. That is our local sandbar on your left hand side. Now, this is a party spot. Okay? It is a Thursday afternoon, and we got what, like 10 boats out here right now? If you came out here on a Saturday, there's 300 boats out here. Everyone's in the water, blasting their music, drinking, having a good time. I'm gonna double back real quick to people watching. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're into people watching and you're not doing anything on Saturday, I want to give you some plans. Okay, go ahead and rent yourself a boat. Come out to the sandbar, sit there for an hour, and you can watch every bad decision you've ever made happen right in front of you. To the right hand side here, got the house with the American flag up on the palm tree and the rock seawall. Look right in the middle of the rocks, and there's a crocodile. Anybody see him? Yeah. He's not real. He's made out of concrete, so don't get excited. But that crocodile is going to give you a hint at the original owner. He put crocodiles on polo shirts. Lacoste. Absolutely. This was built for Rene Lacoste. Now, he passed away a while ago. The house was sold like 5 times, but funny enough, he left that crocodile in the deed to the property. No matter who buys it, that tribute to him is. On the right-hand side is going to be that glass house right there that's under construction. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have anything to say about that one. Okay. What I will tell you is I've been working here for 7 years now. Okay. And they've been building that for 7 years now. Okay. Come visit me next year. I'll show you another window. Now, back over to the left-hand side here, got the 2-story house with the white trimming and the 2 boats that are lifted up out of the water. I can't talk about this guy very loudly because I don't want him to hear me. This man on the left calls himself the United States richest drug dealer. Yes, sir. That is the CEO of Walgreens on the left-hand side. Jokes. The bar is open. No line back there. Now, going back to your right-hand side, stick with me here. I got this yellow house with the green trim on the windows. All right. This yellow house and the next 2 on your right-hand side were all purchased by a gentleman named Wayne Huizinga and gifted to his family. Stick with me on this one, all right? The yellow one was for his lovely daughter, Pamela. The white one was for his sister, Bonnie. The next one, his nephew, Steve Hudson. Now, I don't know what you're thinking at this point. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Who is this guy and how do I marry into the family? Okay? The man founded 3 Fortune 500 companies, all of which you have heard of, okay? Number 1 being Waste Management. That's a pretty big deal. Number 2 was AutoNation. Okay. Number 3, Blockbuster Video. Now, no secret. Blockbuster crashed and burned. No secret there, right? Not for Wayne. He got rid of Blockbuster for $8.4 billion. 9.5 months before the launch of Netflix. It's the deal of the century. All right. You're going to hear his name a few more times, I promise, but I got one more. Coming up on the right-hand side, our next house, or what I like to call it, Spirit Airlines' newest terminal. Okay, I can't stand this house. It's up for sale right now for $50 million. You heard that right, 50. Now this house right here, the selling point is going to be that cutout in the first floor. Okay, high wind, high water, it all flows through the house without knocking the house over. All right. Now, the builder of this home is claiming that it is Category 5 hurricane proof. Share something with you here. You've never lived anywhere else. Over the course of our tour, we have passed 3 hurricane proof houses. And I didn't show them to you because they're not there anymore. Okay. That's the end again. To our friends on the left hand side, out you they've been out way too long. They got no idea what's going on. Now, continuing on your left hand side once again, starting with the yellow house, continuing on to the greenhouse, and then the pink house, and then the guys. This is all one property. Okay. Now this is the former estate of you know who, Wayne Huizenga. Okay, this is a 7 single family home. All right. What I want to point out here is that statue of the dolphins. Okay, Wayne really liked dolphins, but that statue meant quite a bit to him because he was the owner of the Miami Dolphins. Okay, for many, many, many years. He also founded the Florida Marlins baseball team and founded the Florida Panthers hockey team. All right. Now, unfortunately, Wayne did pass away about 6 years ago now. Right before he died, he did something a little weird. Okay. When he passed away and the house was going up for sale, his family thought that they were going to get a lot of money off the sale of this home. It sold for 27 million, and to their surprise, the family got nothing. Okay. Well, he was a real generous guy, but he felt he had done enough. Last second, he changed his will to include 16 South Florida charities. House sold for 27 million. All of that went to those charities. But I already told you he was a generous guy, and I'm going to keep up with the generous theme. Coming up on the left-hand side is your final Huizenga property. Okay, this house on the left right here is known as the Harry Potter house. Look at it. Mr. Huizenga went to Universal Studios. He saw Harry Potter World, and he loved it. He hired them to come down here and build him a house. Now, this story gets funny because later in life, he was doing an interview about all of his cool houses, and he said, "You know what's funny? I've never seen Harry Potter." Where am I going? You probably can tell already. That house was a gift to his favorite niece, Holly, as a $22 million wedding present. I got married last month. You know what I got? I got a crock pot and a mother-in-law. Crock pot still works, but keeping it going on the left-hand side, y'all. I got the White House with the Panthers flag, little pontoon boat out back. Has anyone seen the movie Cape Fear? Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte. They filmed 90% of that movie in South Florida. They used this house. But they tricked you. They tricked me. They tricked all of us, right? They ripped out the palm trees and they put in pine trees to look like North Carolina. Now, there's no secret. That's a waste of time and a waste of money. So why did they do that? Well, Nick Nolte, the star of the movie, was a resident of Fort Lauderdale, and that bitch was wearing an ankle bracelet from the Broward County Sheriff's Office. So that one wasn't a joke, y'all. You can look that one up. All right? Drinking and driving, baby. Now, as we continue forward here, folks, I want to take it back down to earth. No pun intended. All right? I want you to keep an eye out for our local wildlife. All right? Now, in this section of the tour here, you're probably going to see quite a few iguanas. All right? Now, despite how many iguanas you're going to see on your trip here, they are wildly invasive. Believe it or not, they are not native whatsoever. Now, animal number 2 are manatees, okay? Keep your eyes in the water, up and down the river. We have them all the time, and they do breathe air. So they come up, you'll see their nose, you might see their tail slap. Truth be told, we're a couple months out of manatee season, but manatees don't know that. I've seen hundreds over the past couple months here. Now, keeping it going on your right-hand side, I got this house that's tucked back into the trees here. Now, this house used to be the John Robert Powers School of Modeling, okay? In the 70s, this was the school to go to. I'm talking Christy Brinkley, Cheryl Teagues, and hundreds of others I can name. Now, this modeling school was such a big deal that that white apartment complex was built as
Yeah.
Your safety house. Very good. Let's go get big favors. Those windows are all hatched. It's we're not gonna use it. But it was anyone. So that would be Melissa. So big pleasure to be with you again today. Forget about all of us. All right. On this road right now, is my competition is Taylor, your bartender.